Alright, welcome to the channel. This is my updated room tour video I'm going to be making here. I was desperately running out of space and I had to get another shelf and move a lot of stuff around. Got a whole nother one of these shelves here, the 3 tiers there from Superjar off Amazon. I really like those, really sturdy. Some of my favorites that I can find. One day I'll upgrade probably to some of those glass IKEA display cabinets, but we'll see. Anyway, this video is shot from my phone. I do tend to ramble sometimes. Might forget the names of some things. It's also pretty late. It's like 3 in the morning. My girlfriend and baby are asleep, so this is the perfect time to make a video. I have more on my channel, but those were smaller, broken up into sections. Little 10-minute videos, but I think we're just going to do one long video, try to cover as much as we can, not go too in-depth on stuff. If you ever have any questions in the comments or wanted to see something, I could always take a picture of it and, put it in the comments as well or whatever. All right, so here we go. There is an organization to this. I think I'll do the books last. All right, so starting over here, we have my Hellboy section. A lot of great stuff. One of my all-time favorite figures for like any line of anything is Hellboy with the corpse. Just fantastic from the movie. That is an amazing figure. Lobster Johnson and Roger Homunculus. These are the old Mezco lines that they did way back when. I wish I'd collected more of those, but man, some of them are like $600 on eBay. And just don't always feel like getting around to that. Really cool 3-piece set here of Abe, Hellboy, and Lobster Johnson. Really awesome. I got that off Displate. Really love them for posters. Just Johan. Got this from Big Bad Toy Store pretty recently. Cool little Hellboy statue. And this I also got recently off of eBay. I cannot remember who makes this, but I thought that was a pretty cool Abe Sapien. There's a Hellboy one too I might get. And we have the, what is it, the troll or the goblin, I can't even remember, from Hellboy there. Give us what's mine. He wants the shiny thing stabbed into Hellboy. He's fantastic. That's a great figure. And then we have a set of coasters back here. Let me move this out of the way so you can actually see stuff. It's so dark back there, and he blends in. The main bad guy from the first one, well, the one that fights Hellboy. All right, and then from, I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but it's just Thousand Toys. They made the Hellboy, which this is fantastic. I always have him grabbing onto a shelf. They made him and Abe Sapien a couple of years ago, and then just a brand new release of the Lobster Johnson. These are like 100, 120 a piece, but these are awesome, and I love the claw, just like in the comics. Burns that right into people's faces. It's amazing. Not my favorite, the David Harbour Hellboy, but I got this. I think that's Hot Toys, and just felt like picking that up at some point. Still a pretty cool figure. Lunchbox, just some other stuff here. I have the Super 7 set of those, like Abe Sapien, Hellboy, Liz, and, I can't remember. Lobster Johnson's the other one. Liz right there. Some more pop, some cool 3-piece sets here. Kriegraf, Hellboy, and Carl Cronin. And then down there, what is it? Rasputin, Hellboy, and Johann Kraus. A little water bottle. And then I can never bring myself to open this. This is the Blu-ray set that had the Build-A-Figure of, well, not the Build-A-Figure, came with all the pieces, but the Golden Army Soldier. And I'd love to have him displayed, but I just don't ever want to open that. And then we got Wink. He's really hard to see there, sorry. Just a little mini version of him. It's funny, when I bought him on eBay, I thought that I lucked out and got the normal version, which is actually like $300 for super cheap, but I didn't even know at the time they made smaller versions, and then that came in, and I was like, still pretty cool. But anyway, speaking of that, a lot of my collection, I'm kind of like half and half. I have things in box and out of box. I used to just always keep stuff in the box because I always had in the back of my mind it's going to be worth money down the road, and it very well maybe. I just don't think the market's going to be there the way that it was for older toys, how expensive and sought after they are now. I don't think the kids are going to have a draw to this in 30 years. It's going to be a very like small, like niche, like market. Like it's not going to be a lot, I don't think. So I've just kind of gotten around to opening a lot of things because I find unless the packaging is really, really cool, most things are just better displayed out of box. And then we have from the show Invincible, which I love, the graphic novel series. I have the complete series of that, Invincible. We got Monster Girl, Alan the Alien, and then we have Duplicate, Adam Eve. Why can't I remember his name? The robot. Oh, I guess I just call him Robot. I forget though. It's the teen. It's not really a robot. If you ever watch the show, it's actually like the deformed guy that was operating him from a control center, and then puts his mind into like a teenage boy that's a clone of Rexplode. It's kind of fucked up. And then we have Omni-Man and Invincible. If you've never read the books or watched the show, at least if you don't like to read the graphic novels, give the show a watch on Amazon. Really, really good. And then some more comic stuff. I got the clown from Spawn. A couple of Judge Dredd figures back there. I'm not going to pull those out. I believe that was U2's. Just some boys. I love this one. This is amazing. The Deep, when he's when he's having sex with the octopus there. It's fantastic. And then this statue of Alita. I go back and forth. I don't know if I like her face that much. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but really like that movie. Really hope that they make a second one. I have the books, but I don't read manga because I have a really hard time reading books backwards. It just doesn't work for me. And then down here, some of my Alien and Predator stuff. That's a great figure, Kane. These are NECA. Ash, I'm not sure who makes this, but the Camouflage Predator. I need to dust some of these figures. They were in storage. Who makes that? Oh, NECA as well. Perfect. Really thought that was cool. And here. Alright, so in the back, just because they are apparently loosely related, I don't really get too far into it, but I love Blade Runner, and I have a couple of Blade Runner figures. That's Ryan Gosling's back there, Officer K. But anyway, Sweet Predator. Some new Alien Funkos. This cool little diorama of her from Alien 3 in the shower scene where the alien realizes that she's one of them and has a queen inside of her so it doesn't attack her. OG Ripley in the spacesuit. And then recently I got this, I believe it was Regal Cinema off their website. This actually glows. If you bear with me. Pretty cool. I meant to look like the face hugger burst out of it. It's got the Weyland-Yutani Corporation logo on the other side. It's a popcorn bucket. I haven't been going to the theaters in years. I didn't know that these theaters upped their popcorn bucket game like that. Like, go on these websites and look at some of the popcorn buckets they make and charge for like $50-$60. It's crazy. Another alien pop, and then just a rhino alien. He does not stand up well. All right. Now, we kind of have this area broken up into Batman and DC, little small DC, X-Men and Marvel, little Marvel, mostly X-Men. Down at the bottom, I have Turtles. Good amount of Turtle stuff. We'll show you, but not my favorite lines. I really just got into the retro cards there for a little bit, but one day those shelves will probably go to something else. But starting up top, Mondo, which is just such an amazing company. They do all kinds of stuff, like a lot of Masters of the Universe, a lot of X-Men, Batman, the animated series, even some cool Nickelodeon stuff now and Disney stuff. But Mr. Freeze, never got the regular original version. They might remake him, I heard, but was able to get the black and white version, and he's really cool. And then this is the Scarecrow. All these are going to be from the animated series, and they come with so many cool extra accessories. Some of them I just have out, but they don't stand up well. Like those are both extra heads for him. Little rat. That's just a really cool Heath Ledger as the Joker 10-inch Funko. And we got the Batman Mondo with all the extra head accessories that come with them. I put the mask and the goggles on, but all the extra heads. And then I just love having the half Android exposed head on there. The Joker holding the fish. Extra heads here. Little Joker bomb in his hand. The thing that really got me back into Batman since I've been an adult after I loved it as a child was playing the Arkham games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, and I love having stuff from them, but this is Bane from, I think, Arkham Asylum, pretty sure. Just a McFarlane Batman back there, it lights up. And then 2 figures from Mafex I have. These are great. Stealth Jumper Batman from Hush. And then you have Bane from Nightfall. Probably should have him breaking his back, but that's not the Nightfall Batman, whatever. And then 2 of my favorite 2-packs. I'm not going to pull them out because they're kind of stuck in here. Really need to dust or wash a few of these. Man, that's bad. Sorry. But yeah, anyway, so we got this Batman and Spawn 2-pack, 2 of my favorite comic stuffs, and that is signed by Todd McFarlane. Not that really matters because he gives out his autographs like it's candy, and no one really cares. And then this awesome Arkham Asylum 2-pack of the Joker and Batman from the video game. Then we got some Dark Knight stuff here. Just a couple of mini random figures and a Batarang. But one of my favorites, you got Heath Ledger as the Joker. Bane in his jacket there. Harder to see, but that's sonar vision Joker. What it looks like to Batman, or I guess Lucius Fox when they're looking through the sonar. Probably Batman. This isn't Dark Knight, but I got Zaz, Mr. Freeze. One day they'll maybe open these. And then Dr. Hugo Strange in his Batman outfit. These came with a really cool book. That Batman and that Batman, it was just celebrating basically all the years Joker and Batman have been enemies. I'll show you the little book when I get to it, and then it came with these cool figures. I love the Joker one. This just recently came out from McFarlane. Little minis. I got 3 of them. I'll show you Bane, and then I'll get to it in a second here. There's a Batman one too I have over here. He's great. And then the Swamp Thing. I'll backtrack though. But these just all came out from McFarlane. Those are pretty cool. All right. One of my favorites, my statue my girlfriend got me for Christmas. Scarecrow, probably one of my favorite villains. I love that look of the Scarecrow. Great statue. I thought it was going to be bigger. It was $250. Not that big. Back there we have Hush. I don't know if I'll keep these, but I got Nightmare Batman from the Justice League movie, was it? Yeah. And the statue of Superman. False God, it says on his chest. It's pretty cool. Well, that's not supposed to be him. That's the statue. Another statue from Hush. Thought that looked real good with the capes and all that stuff. And then we got a Mike Mignola artist version of Batman. I'll have a lot more stuff of him doing Batman because, as you know, he's the author and main artist for Hellboy and everything Hellboy. And I love his take on pretty much everything, and that would include Batman. No reason to open this. It's just the book. I have the book, Court of Owls. Came with a cool mask. Ben Affleck as the Batman. Came with some Batman loot crate box I got way back when. Not that cool. A little Poison Ivy. Love this. Penguin on his duck boat there. This thing's really cool. The battery's dead right now, but it has a little USB. You literally take this coin out, pop it down into this little slot right here, and it makes it ride around. It's pretty cool. And then this is a set, but unfortunately not really. See how this one's green and this one's not? They have the Jokerized sets, which I don't have. I have the full set, but I don't have a set of regular and a set of Jokerized. But the Heath Ledger Jokerized and then the Scarecrow Jokerized. And then this is a really good Batman. All from the Dark Knight, and Aaron Eckhart is Harvey Dent, Two-Face there, and they all piece together to build Bane, but I don't want to take them out because they don't really match, and that's not always fun. Some more DC stuff. Really cool Swamp Thing from the DC Universe. McFarlane figures. Darkseid. Just a Wonder Woman back there. I don't even know when. Really cool Swamp Thing pop. And Lobo. Can't wait till they put Lobo in something or make a Lobo movie. That's going to be sweet. We'll get to more video game stuff later, but since we're here, this came with the Fallout 76 Bicentennial Edition video game. Doesn't really do anything, but you can put it on and see through it. Behind this is the Fellowship of the Ring. These were the original. You remember when they came in these box sets that were the extended 5-disc? Came with like Gollum, Minas Tirith, and then like the Fellowship had the bookends, the Kings of Old. My godmother got those for me years ago. I've always had them, and now that she's passed away, I think I'll just keep them in there and give them to my child when he's older. I'd like to give him everything. Who knows if he'll even want it. He's probably not going to be into any of this stuff. More Mondo Batman stuff. This amazing Bane and Man-Bat. Fantastic. Sorry for being out of breath, but I'm going to have to keep getting up and down. Yeah. I only have this out because this is the, I think, Batman Returns. Broke out of the package. It was like the Hot Wheels one, those bigger ones. I just didn't want to leave it half off the card, so. And then these are the heads that come with Bane. All kinds of good stuff there. I got like a Gotham City sign. Now, I opened every single one of these recently. This might be one of my favorite series. I'm sure I'm missing some, but these are all from the Arkham games. Like whether it's Arkham, I believe Professor Pig and Azrael were actually from when Arkham Knight, the game came out, the third game. And all these other ones are just McFarlane ones that he did afterwards, like another Build-A-Figure set would be the Penguin, Ra's al Ghul, Batman back there, and Catwoman together built Solomon Grundy. But if you look at his chest piece, it's a different color than his head. It's because Catwoman's a different color because, again, they did black and white versions, so you had to collect either the whole set of regular or the whole set of black and white, and who wants to spend all that extra money when you pretty much have just, I mean, it's pretty close. So, and I love Solomon Grundy. It's a great figure. Titan Joker. Killer Croc. Sorry for the lighting in this room. I do not have the best lighting, so bear with me there. I do apologize. I just got this today. I never go to Targets. Closest one's like 80 minutes away. I know everybody's searching around for these things. I think there's like Two-Face and a couple more. I don't remember who the line is. I think it's just Batman and Robin, honestly. But I found him. We got a 3-pack there that was from Amazon. The Court of Owls, Nightwing, and one of the Talons. Batman and Batmobile. And that is most of my Batman stuff. Now moving on to my X-Men / Marvel Spider-Man section. Got some more Mondo here. We got Mondo Gambit. A couple of heads. They don't stand up very well, I don't think. Oh, nope. This pretty boy hair. This was just, I forget who made this, but this is really cool. White Phoenix statue. And until they make a Jean Grey, she's going to just stay there for now. Rogue, also from Mondo. Fantastic. Saddest thing, though, is I don't know what that is, and it's scary to scrub some of this vinyl stuff too much. You don't want to take the paint off, so I'll have to figure that out. He's just got too big of a wig span to be with my other Marvel Legends, but you get Angel. And back here we just have, from the Deadpool Legacy Collection, Colossus. One day I'll open him, but I already have a couple other Colossuses out, so. I've opened all these recently. Some cool Build-A-Figure sets and just regular sets here. He's Diamond Select. Everything else is... Oh, no, sorry. He is Mezco. This is a fantastic Bishop, but all the rest of them will be Marvel Legends. From the Powers of X, or Dawn of X, whatever it is. There you have that set. And then there's what other set do I have there? The Age of Apocalypse set, which built Colossus, and then I had the Krakoa, the Powers of X set, built the Tri-Sentinel there. But some really cool ones. I love the Legion one there. Really love the Legion Cyclops, but this Mezco is a really great bishop. MODOK, that's awesome. His faceplate changes out too, but you got to take his head off and doesn't really slide back in so nice. Oh, this was the other Build-A-Figure set I had here. I love that. And then I just opened this. She doesn't stand up as well as I want her to in there, but Jean Grey is the Dark Phoenix with the Phoenix Force right behind her. Really awesome figure. Probably one of the better Marvel figures they've done in a while. And then I just can't open this. So you'll see I have a bunch of on-card stuff. It's not original. But if it looks like this, like from when we were kids, I'm all about it sometimes. I'm a sucker for that stuff. And that one's a lot bigger than the other ones. And I love Apocalypse, so he'll probably just stay there. This is another Mondo. They have 3 other versions of this. This is just the psychedelic variant. So it's like half Juggernaut, half Colossus, if you want to call it that. Pretty awesome. And I only have the psychedelic variant, but Funko Soda, the Juggernaut there. Just nowhere else for him to go. Not like he's top shelf material, but got a little mini Wolverine shelf with some Wolverine Funkos. Some pretty great ones, honestly, though. And Old Man Logan, my favorite Wolverine comic. These are newer here. I got both versions. You got him in his classic X-Men suit, and then his brown and orange suit there when he fought the Hulk. And if you look at his claws, that's meant to mimic the comic when he fights the Hulk. That's just awesome that the Hulk's reflection is in his claws. From Old Man Logan. Look, he's got a baby Hulk. That's great. Old Man Logan with a blind Hawkeye. And let's see. Some Deadpool shelf here. And his Weapon X from the movie that everybody hated, but I did not. Bobblehead there. Funko. That's great. See, on card, I'm all about it. They'll probably just stay on card. And then this is like an interactive head. You download the app. I'm not going to do it right now, but maybe we'll make a video of it. You can just get them to say all kinds of messed up stuff. And it was only like $120 and it's sold out. But like the head moves around, the eyes move, and he has a bunch of phrases. It's pretty great. And then we get some X-Men Funkos. Blink, Bishop, Starfire, Rogue, Colossus, Iceman, Gambit, Jean Grey, Archangel, Juggernaut, Apocalypse, 2 Mr. Sinisters, and the Goblin Queen. And I just got these recently off of the Funko website. Not always about the 8 bits, but I do kind of like this for the X-Men 97 series. That's the only thing I have of these 2 guys, too. And Spiral. And I need to get more stuff for them because those are great characters. And then, like I was saying, if it's on card, even if it's a lame character, I'm keeping it Multiple Man, Avalanche. What's his name? Longshot. I can never remember. There's too many X-Men. Stuff's always falling. Really great. I love the Storm here in her black X-Men uniform. Wolverine. And then you got Professor X, Warlord Professor X, if you want to call him that. But that is a weird look for Professor Xavier. Some more Deadpool Wolverine stuff. Wolverine with Headpool. Just a random Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. Another Deadpool statue. Moving on up to my Spider-Man. I need to get those risers you saw from other figures for these. Bombastic Spider-Man and Doc Ock Spider-Man. Kraven the Hunter. Statue from the game back there. Some really cool stuff. And then up here, my last 2 Mondo figures that aren't the Nickelodeon ones. You got Venom up top, almost touching my ceiling. Just a random Carnage bobblehead back there. Then you get the Mondo Spider-Man with the Peter Parker head. Really cool accessories. They did great work on these. Just that new one that got released there. What is he? Ultimate Spider-Man, or Unlimited Spider-Man back there. I just don't have room from anywhere else. And then down on the bottom, to backtrack, just some Turtle stuff. Like I'm saying, none of this is original. It's all been released recently. I'm not going to get them all. I just really love some of them. And just reminds me of my childhood because, God, I had them all. But I moved a lot as a kid, sold stuff at yard sales, gave it away, traded it in for stuff. One of my favorites is the Sewer Sports, the All-Stars. I don't know if you guys remember these, but those are great. Leatherhead, Rat King, Baxter Stockman, Mutagen Man. These are NECAs. The Funko van there. And then this is an amazing 2-pack back here. Casey Jones and Raphael when they get into that fight. And he has all of the accessories, like his hockey sticks, his cricket bats, like all the shit that it should come with, it does. And then just a couple of the Super 7s down here. I love the Metalhead and the Michelangelo. Maybe one day they'll come out of the boxes. We'll see. So we have Our Real Monsters from Funko. And look at the detail and how amazing these are. Some of my absolute brand new favorites. These things are incredible. I hope they do more stuff and keep doing more stuff from Nickelodeon. This is my Nick shelf. Pinky and the Brain. Ren Fell Down. Space Madness Ren and Stimpy. And this amazing set from Super 7 of Ren and Stimpy. Well, not a set, the Ultimates. I got them both. But Stimpy in his litter box says his name. You can't see it on his litter box. The little smiling fart, gritty kitty litter. Great stuff. One of my favorite Hanna-Barberas. I'm huge on Hanna-Barbera. Looney Tunes, all that stuff. The Wacky Races. I don't know if you remember that. Dick Dastardly, his dog Muttley, Clyde, Professor Patent Pending, Lazy Luke, Sergeant Blast, Mean Machine, like Penelope Pit Stop. These aren't original, but they're meant to look like they were. These cool model kits, that's what they look like back in the 70s, or maybe even 60s, probably 70s. And I got those and built those. Love Wacky Races. As you can see, I even got a poster from them and some more, another Hanna-Barbera. And I'll just show you too. I got a really cool couple of Batman posters. They have more of these. I got these off Displayed as well. I should get more. And then another, I don't know, Hanna-Barbera / old school Nickelodeon, whatever kind of mix shelf. This is a new figure, Biker Mice from Mars. Amazing. Got a little short video on that if you want to go check that out. I always try to play the theme songs for these things when I make shorts of them. Toxic Crusaders, he'll never come out. Like figures like that, like the box, is better than the figure. It's meant to look like a toxic waste barrel. It's great. Just got these off eBay. Doug Funny was my favorite cartoon as a child. Apparently, Toys R Us made these not long before they closed. Thought they'd be a little bigger. I got them for like $50 a piece, but a couple of my new favorites right there. And then we just have a random shelf. More Hanna-Barbera, Hong Kong Phooey. Some Futurama stuff. Some Simpsons. Radioactive Man's Chest Clothes. And a little bit of South Park. We got Satan. And the most disappointing thing about this was this came with the Fractured Butthole game. And there was an app you could download. And this is supposed to be an RC car you can control with your phone. And years later, I opened it up. I tried to download the app. It's not even available in the App Store anymore. So it's literally just stationary. Pretty cool piece, but pretty disappointing. I can't be riding him around into things. The King. And then one of my other favorites, and again, the box art. The damaged alien from Mars Attacks. And the glow in the dark there, like with his chest bursting, and you see his ribs. Little pin there from Monty Python. Creed from The Office, just some random stuff. Pretty cool Gypsy Avenger from Pacific Rising, or Pacific Rim Uprising. Now on to my Simpsons. Kang and Kudos from Super 7. Their eyes move. There's a couple of different heads. You can leave their heads, put their eyes in any position you want, move them around. They have different arms and sets and stuff. Came with Maggie. Those are great. From the Funko Treehouse of Horror line, we got Nightmare Willie. I love the Treehouse of Horror, as you'll see in a sec. And then we got Vampire Mr. Burns, and then this is all Treehouse of Horror pops. King Kong Homer, Donut Head Homer, Vampire Krusty, Raven Bart. These are from... can't remember right now. They do like the little mystery boxes. Inside Out Homer, I think he's the rare one, but not the most rare. Lard Lad with a little mini Homer he came with. That's great. Vampire Bart. King and Coot, I got him on the other side there. And then these are the little mini ones that came with the advent calendar my girlfriend got me recently for Christmas. They're little tiny ones, but some of them I didn't have the bigger versions of. Then you get Itchy and Scratchy. Alright, and then we got some video game stuff here. We got Isaac from Dead Space, Gerald from The Witcher, Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix. That's from the third Gears of War game, though. Fourth Gears of War game. Deus Ex statue back there. And then Master Chief and the Warthog. Well, my only Star Wars shelf, as much as I love Star Wars, I don't collect too much Star Wars stuff. But this dude back from the Black Series is great with the Stormtrooper riding it. And then really cool set from the Black Series. I love the Bounty Hunters. I got Boba Fett. Need to get the robot. I gave that to one of my buddies. Bosk and Dengar. More video game stuff. One of my favorite video game series, BioShock. Some Big Daddies. This one, you put batteries in it, his eyes actually glow different colors. Really twisted little sister. Cool Batman poster back there. If you stand on this side, it's Batman's. All the Batmans. You move to this side, it's all the Jokers. Hard to see with the light, I know. I'm sorry. Kratos and Atreus. Some more God of War stuff. I have another figure, but his axe broke. Actually, I think he's on a lower shelf, and I gotta glue him. Fallout, probably my all-time favorite series. Jangles the Moon Monkey. Nuka Gun. Nuka-Cola Quantum and Nuka Victory Soda. The Pip-Boy that actually has the Pip-Boy that you could put your phone into and actually use it while you're playing the game. I don't know if it works anymore. But yeah, I've never opened that. Probably never will. Really awesome large bobblehead here. Some smaller ones. Oh, there's the broken. His axe came off there. I gotta glue that. That's always a fun part of collecting. Fallout Yahtzee. Like a little army med bag, but it's all Fallout dudes. It's cool. And then just some more of the sodas and such. Then we got more video game. Cuphead. Such a fun game. So hard. They're not easy. I'm not like huge into Mario, but these were like $5 a piece at Walmart recently after Black Friday. So I grabbed those. Some Mario Kart stuff. And then just some randoms. I got some Ghostbuster stuff down here. This has a mini popcorn buckets in it. That's a big popcorn bucket. That actually opens up. Brock Samson, one of my favorite shows, Venture Brothers. Love the Venture Brothers. Glad they re-released that off Kid Robot. That's the brand I was trying to think of earlier for something. Kid Robot. And then some Rick and Morty stuff. Birdman, Snowball, mini Rick Ship, and then Rick from the Mad Max episode. You got Jerry back here, Mr. Poopy Butthole. Random Tony the Tiger. Alright, and then this is my wall of Funkos. I have more Funkos. But yeah, wall of Funkos. We won't go through them all, maybe. Starts in my video game, and you're going to have a lot of glare, so I'm not going to do that to you guys. A lot of Cuphead. Goes down into the Fallout. Pretty much Fallout goes all the way to the ground. The glowing one being a standout. Codsworth. More video game stuff. Kratos, the old original God of War one. That's great. Nemesis. Gerald. Dr. Eggman. Cuphead. Some Gears. Now we go into Star Wars. Sorry for the wobbly, but I'm not going to go. There's too many, and no one really cares that much. Dengar Watto. Love him. Sorry. And then goes into all my Batmans. Got a lot of Batman stuff. She got that for Christmas for me. I don't love it, but don't tell her. Shh. I love this set. This is one of my new favorites. Hard to see. I want to take him out. That's fear gas. When Batman hits Scarecrow in the movie with his own fear gas, that's what he looks like to him. Bane, Selena Kyle's Catwoman, Vicky Vale. Look at that awesome penguin with his umbrella. Poison Ivy. A few Riddlers. Another penguin. And we'll get some more Jokers here. Jack Nicholson's Jokers. All kinds of stuff. Wonder Woman. And then this is just DC down here, I think is what it ends on. Wonder Woman. Martian Manhunter, Superman, Harley Quinn. I don't know, never mind. More Batman. Azrael from the animated series. This is the animated series. Dr. Harleen Quinzel, that's her name. That's a great one. Mr. Freeze, and then it goes into Marvel, some Blade. Up here, Doom Patrol. Love Doom Patrol. Great show, great series to read. All my Venomized, that was DC, but yeah, anyway, all my Venomized pops. You saw I had some more Venom and Carnage pops opened up with my Spider-Man stuff, but all these Venomized of the heroes. Venomized Thor and Loki and Hulk and all these guys. One Punch Man, I'm not big into anime. Hilarious series. This guy, if you've never watched it, basically it's a guy that's depressed because he can beat everybody. And it's like he can beat everybody in one punch. Like the whole episode will be this big build up. They'll even have you convinced, like, oh man, finally somebody can stand up toe to toe with this guy, and just nope. And there's all kinds of other heroes that get into epic fights, but like the main dude, Saitama, however you say it, it's hilarious. And his facial expressions, like he looks like he's gonna cry when he beats somebody up. Invincible, The Boys, great show. Great graphic novel. Can't go wrong with The Boys. Some OG McDonald's pops. Love these. Some more ad icons. Chupacabra down here somewhere at Bruce Lee. Just some randos. One of my favorite Disney movies of all time, Great Mouse Detective. Goosebumps. Rat Fink. That's one of my favorite pops right there. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? We don't know. Rainbow Bright. That's going old school. And then all my Hanna-Barbera / Looney Tunes ones are going to be in here. And then The Simpsons. But, man, my dad and me loved Marvin the Martian. He loved Marvin the Martian. And the Duck Dodgers. And then I got my Looney Tunes. Some Scooby-Doo. And then it just goes down all the way to the bottom with some more Simpsons. Just one of my favorite hockey players. Basketball being my favorite sport, but Ovechkin, he's the man. I'd love to have all of these, but man, they're old and expensive on eBay. From the Venture Brothers. Told you it was my favorite show. Check it out if you've never seen it. Kind of a parody to Johnny Quest, while at the same time having Johnny Quest characters in the show, and just basically a world where there's like mad scientists and henchmen, and you have to go get a license if you want to be somebody's arch enemy, and it's just a funny show. You guys got to check it out. It's just really good stuff. And just some 2-packs. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Watson, Sexual Chocolate. Saturday Night Live stuff. Office. And then more of my walls. My only 2 5-packs, but I love them. From when the Celtics won last year, the NBA championship, the 5-pack up there, What We Do in the Shadows. Great show. If you've ever seen that, it's like vampires that live in a house together and like they have to learn to get along. Like it's the TV show that's based off the movie, but it's just funny. They argue things about like whose turn is it to do all the bloody dishes and like things you'd could actually see vampires not getting along with when they spend hundreds of years living together. It's pretty good. Aliens here. I'm going to go out of order, but actually, no. Here we go. Lord of the Rings. Bunch of those. Predator, Alien. All kinds of greatness. Borat. I'm going to name it Borat. Forrest Gump. What do you want? Forrest Gump playing ping pong? Or you want Forrest Gump running? Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Those are all my movies. Then I think it moves into animated, like the adult animated shows like South Park, Futurama, Robot Devil, Big Mouth, Rick and Morty over here, Beavis and Buttheads, and Daria. I think you saw her already. More Rick and Morty. Then it goes into like regular TV shows. We get some Game of Thrones, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Peaky Blinders, Alex Trebek, the man, the myth, the legend, Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. That is not the original pop that's worth a ton of money, by the way. They like remade it and dropped the value of that, actually. And the rest are just way too many Office pops mixed with a few Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. Some of the 6-inch Lord of the Rings pops. 6-inch, not 10-inch. I can't even remember. 10-inch maybe. And Game of Thrones. Gotta get another one of those protectors from her for the Venture Brothers. Balrog, a Hunter, and from Fallout, Liberty Prime down here, sorry. And as you'll see in a minute, Rocky. Reminds me of my dad, my childhood. We used to watch it all the time. I love the Rocky movies. I'll never open these. These are limited, not crazy. They probably will never be worth much, but they need to, even though the 5th movie stinks, they just need to make a 5th one. Like, they need to make a set of him and Tommy. That's just the Big Bang out of place. Clubber Lang. And then we got some Rocky Pops, which I do have 3 more on the way. Couple of cars. The sedan and his Pontiac. And then I think I'm only missing 1 or 2 of these, but they're like way overpriced, and it's just barely a variant of this. I'm not going to go pay $200 for that on eBay. But I love this set, and I love the artwork, especially from Rocky IV. Like him training the robot they gave to Paulie instead of a car when he thinks it's a car. Creed before he dies. Ivan Drago. Rocky record. And then just some Rocky keychains even. Why not? A closet with stuff I have no room for at the moment, and just tons of boxes that are empty from stuff on the shelf. Let's see. Fallout unopened, Monopoly, an unopened Operation. And then we'll just quickly look at this stuff here. Tons of books. Just pointing out some ones I like a lot, but the full series of The Walking Dead. That is the entire run of Spawn up to this point here, this white one. That's the full series of Fear Agent and Lazarus and Black Science. I do believe I have almost all Black Hammer that's been released, like only 1 more that's coming out, I think is what I'm missing. That's Complete the Boys. Love that movie. Didn't know there was even a book until more recently. There's lots of stuff on them. Alan Moore, he's a legend, but I don't know if I'll get any more stuff. This is only book 7 of Valerian. It's been out of print. Loved the movie. Never read the books. Never actually read this book, but like the movie. I'll admit I've also never watched the show Sandman or read this book, but I did get the first line for when I want to get to it. I do love I think this is all the classic Alien comic books all collected. Really cool Old Republic, Star Wars, Aliens, and Predator. Then we get this is every Simpsons Treehouse of Horror comic ever made in hardcover form. The Art of the Venture Brothers. This book's out of print, and I hope it does stay because it's like $600 used on eBay. Not that I would sell it. A couple of pops to go with the books underneath them. Drizzy and his pet panther. R.A. Salvatore wrote these books in the vein of Lord of the Rings. It's like Lord of the Rings, but 1,000 times quicker, so it's not boring. Has more species in it. He writes like Salvatore, in-depth story characters. If you ever want to read a good fantasy story, read this series. No joke. To each their own, but never heard a bad thing about them. I think I'm only missing 4, smaller than even these books of Hellboy, and I have everything Hellboy. This sort of makes sense to me, like the Witchfinder and the BPRD, sort of before it was a BPRD. This starts when they found Hellboy, when he comes out of the portal. Young Hellboy, when he's just an adolescent, he's a teenager there. And then this is him, and he's actually when he starts working with the BPRD, because he aged a little quick, I guess. I looked at all these. These are all in date by year, these stories. And then this is the main original series that started to be written, as all your classic stories. You can kind of bounce around, though. There's a weird order. If you ever were interested, you got to go look it up online. It's tough to grasp. Plague of Frogs, which then leads into a really messed up thing happening to Abe Sapien, and he is almost feral, and it's this whole Abe Sapien story here. And then that leads into Hell on Earth and The Devil You Know, and that's pretty much it. They do have some newer stuff coming out, some Hellboy stories, the Lobster Johnson stories. It's all of them, I think, that they have. Most of these are collected in other books I have, but it does have a few of the missing ones. I don't think Weird Tales counts. The Amazing Screw-On Head technically is the World of Hellboy, but not really. And then this is all World of Hellboy books, but don't have Hellboy in it for the most part at all. And there's a few I haven't even read. This I already have everything, but this is the largest monster-sized Hellboy. You could kill someone with this book, dropping it on their head from 10 feet up. That is a heavy, heavy book. The Invincible series, that's just the old Fall 3. Still sealed game guide. Love it. Just some regular books. Lord of the Rings, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, World War Z, Gunslinger, and then my Batman. Like I said earlier, I have the Court of Owls, so I was going to open that Mask set. Some of the best Batman stories, Killing Joke, Three Jokers. I have an Absolute, the whole Hush saga. They just finally re-released this. This thing is massive too. The full Arkham saga. I've never read it. I need to get to it. It was out of print for years, and I've been waiting. And who's got the time? Now I'm trying to get into all the X-Men too, the new run, and catch up on the Krakoa era. It's a lot. Nightfall Omnibus, when Bane breaks his back. The full Batman Adventures, and then the Batman and Robin Adventures omnibuses. Some really cool stuff here would be, I'll show you in a minute, from the series Fables. But they did him and Batman together. This is The Doom That Came to Gotham. I got a poster of this coming from Mondo. Mignola's artwork, creator of Hellboy. And we got a Batman and a Spawn. And then this was that book I was telling you about that came with those figures earlier. It was just Batman and Joker, Best of Enemies. It's just a little mini book on their history. Kind of cool. The Deceased story where all the heroes start turning into zombies. Secret Six, sort of like another Suicide Squad, but not really. Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol, which is the best, better than the later run. Never read much Hellblazer, got to get into it. I'm waiting for them to reprint volumes 1 and 4 of this so I can have all of the Chris Claremont Uncanny X-Men run. I'd love to be able to get all that. Age of Apocalypse, some main stories, House of M. I love Wolverine, Old Man Logan down there. That's a great story. Started to get into Miles Morales because of the Spider-Man 2 video game on PlayStation. I really like Miles Morales. It's actually a pretty good character. And then Absolute Watchmen and V for Vendetta. Fables, this is what I was telling you about. So this is basically like where every Fable character you can think of, like Hansel and Gretel, the Big Bad Wolf, Snow White, like anybody you can think of exists in New York, and they live in New York, and the reason nobody sees them is because they all exist under like a fairy tale protection. And it's pretty brutal though. Like Bigsby, the wolf, is the sheriff, and Snow White's his backup. She walks around with a Glock in like the first comic book. Like him and
I think it's Paul Bunyan, get in the most brutal fight against each other with like an axe, and he like kills them. So, great series to read if that sounds like it'd be up your alley. I'd love to get all the Judge Dreads. They are in black and white, and there's about 100 of them, and I don't have the time nor the money for that. And then just some other random goodness down here. And yeah, that's it. I do have some other stuff around in the house, but I do appreciate you watching the video and taking the time. Sorry for my rambling and my rants and the bad quality, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.